Okay. Hello everybody. This is my first video ever. I'm just going to do a basic react, and I'm doing this without doing any previous research or anything like that. I'm just going to speak my thoughts about this video. And this video is by Joy Anima, and this is 13 rules to attract any woman. Okay, so I always find these fascinating because whenever a woman is telling a man how to be more attractive, I don't know, I just find it very fascinating and interesting, and yeah, I just want to see what it's like to do a react video like this. Here we go.
Are you looking for some ways to attract a woman? Well, if you follow these simple tips and incorporate this advice into your life, the women will be falling at your feet, and I bet you will have a date by the end of the week. So let's give them a
go. Quick little stop there. Having a date by the end of the week. That's interesting that that's the prize that she's, saying here, because having a date is actually, for all the work you're going to do to get a date, it's not actually the what you really want. You want a girl that you can, us guys know what we want, but at the same time, you want a commitment as well. And so dates don't really lead to commitments, in my opinion. So it's interesting that she brings up dating as the goal, because that's what the woman would actually probably want most, is just you take her on date after date after date. Especially if you're a gentleman and you're actually, paying for those. So yeah, it's kind of a weird start. Let's see.
Oh, shall we? Like and subscribe. First of all, be confident. Simply put, women are more attracted to men who are self-assured and confident about their abilities, their gifts, and their capabilities. A scented spray or an unscented spray was given to two groups of men. Now, the guys said they felt more confident while...
Okay, I'm just going to say this scented spray thing is just a metaphor for anything that builds confidence in men. And yes, this is a freebie. We all need to know that confidence is important, because if you're confident, even when you sound dumb, you can still sound right, So confidence is definitely a win. I agree.
While wearing the scented spray. Most importantly, despite the fact that women couldn't smell a thing, they still found the men wearing the scented spray to be more attractive when they were shown pictures of guys from both groups. Why, you ask? Because a confident man exudes an obvious sense of competence. The study concluded that the men who felt more confident because of the scented spray projected a greater sense of competence to the women in the pictures. Listen. Women speak more frequently than men. They frequently verbalize more.
Okay, I'm gonna just gently disagree. I don't think it's really a women speak more than men thing. I think it's just men are polite and let women talk more if they want to. I always have a problem with this, because I know lots of guys that can talk all day long. So I think the reason women perceive this is because when men are going out on dates or they're trying to attract a woman, what they notice is if they're just quiet and they let the woman talk, it's women like that, so they do that. But I think men are completely capable of talking as much as women.
Use more words and communicate in deeper, more heartfelt ways. Armed with this information, you ought to be aware of the following two things. Men who can actively listen are more appealing to women. Women look for a man who can carry on meaningful conversations with them. Even though you don't talk as much as she does, what you say must be important.
It's more like you can't talk as much as she does, because women get turned off by that. So it's not just you, like, it's just funny the way she words things. It's like, even though you don't talk as much as she, no, you could, it just wouldn't be attractive. So you don't. Because men adapt. They read the situation and adapt accordingly.
Put some thought into your words, pause before you speak, and pay attention to what she says that you can respond with something worthwhile. Be clean. Keeping up good hygiene is essential for everyone, no matter their motivation. Maintaining good hygiene with something worthwhile. Be clean. Keeping up good hygiene is essential for everyone, no matter their motivation. Maintaining good hygiene not only helps you avoid any potential health problems, but it also boosts your confidence every single day. Good hygiene and taking care of your body are things that many people, they overlook as they get older and put more of an emphasis on the materialistic type of living, even though it's something we're taught from a young age.
I mean, I think this is an easy win. I'm just going to add that real quick. This is an easy win. We all want to be clean, etc., etc. And also, it's just plain healthy. I mean, if for any other reason, just do it because it's healthy to be clean.
How masculine you are does not ever depend on how musty and unpleasant you smell. Just take a shower and clean yourself. It also means
I'm not sure why she mentions masculine here. Just be clean. Just be clean.
drinking plenty of water and brushing your teeth twice a day. And I can assure you that you are already ahead of many young guys who believe that applying pricey aftershave to cover their body odor counts as coming off as.
Wait, what? What's the jab at young guys? I mean, what's that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. Like, she takes a little jab at young guys there. A lot of young guys these days are very aware of the importance of smell and good clothes. Like, they're actually more attentive than I was when I was younger. So, I'm not sure why she just took a stab at that, but I think, um, that's an assumption.
As masculine. Dress smart. This one had to be included on the list. Even taking the time to learn how to purchase a suit demonstrates that you care about your appearance and take pride in the fact that you will represent your wife or girlfriend even when she is not present.
This is an interesting comment. Even though you're representing your wife or your girlfriend when she is not present. Guys, if the girl does not think like this about you, as in you are not, she does not understand that she is representing you as well, and she's just dressing like however the heck she wants, but you're trying to do this for her, it's not a good fit. Like, or you guys need to have a talk. Like, in a proper relationship, both sides represent the other when they're not present, right? And so you got to look for that.
You don't have to be the best dressed man in the room, okay? It's simple. The women in your life want you to smell good, to look good, and regularly take a shower. Gentlemen, it's not.
This feels more like a checklist for a guy who already has attracted a woman. This doesn't really feel like a checklist for attracting like a woman you've never met. It feels more like for keeping her. This is all advice that would work for keeping her.
Too much to ask now, is it? Taking the time to find a suit that fits properly, accents your body type, and is complementary to your complexion, it can go a long way. Have a nice cologne. The first thing someone will notice about you when they meet you is how you smell. One of the 5 senses, smell, is one of the most important because based on its aroma, it can trick your brain into believing food doesn't taste good. Even if they don't say it out loud, women form opinions about you.
I'm just gonna say that, yeah, of course, try to smell good, deodorant, cologne, definite yes, do this anyways. Don't do this just because it attracts women. Do this because it's a good thing to do. Dude, like, you can go buy huge bottles of cologne, like, super cheap, and, like, they last forever. Like, just go do it and use it. Just make it a habit.
You the moment they smell you, before they've even looked you up and down. Imagine you're on your way to work when you pass a stunning woman who, before you've even started looking for potential dates, stops you and asks for your number. The secret is to find an aftershave that you like. You might even have one for every
Well, that's a kind of a funny comment. An aftershave that you like. So it's like, does a guy ever like really know what he likes? And like, it's funny because you put on these aftershaves and you smell them, and you think, oh, this smells okay. This smells alright. Then you put you spray some on your wrist, let a girl smell it. So, and then she'll have a completely different opinion. So my advice about this is, if you really want to aim for attracting women, bring a woman with you when you go shopping for this stuff. Like, bring her with you. Bring a friend, bring a sister, bring some girl that you know to help you pick this out.
day use and one for special occasions. And once you've established your scent, a woman will immediately think of you when she smells something that is similar to you. Make her laugh. Making people laugh is one of the best personality.
Okay, my big thing about this is, I've already got I've got an axe to grind here, because women already kind of decide if they're gonna let you make her laugh, like from the moment they see you. So, you know, like you might be the funniest guy on earth, but if she doesn't like you from the moment she sees you, she ain't laughing, man. She ain't laughing. So this is, again, this feels more like a checklist to keep her interested, because this is more like a measurement of, does she like you? If you can't make her laugh, she doesn't like you. But if you can make her laugh, she likes you. It's that simple. Making her laugh is not a way to attract. It's a measurement to know if she's attracted already, right?
Personality traits you can have, and sometimes this is a talent that cannot be learned. Others can tell a joke.
It's not about learning it. Again, she's going off on this thing that, like, you can make women laugh if you just work really hard at it, and us guys know that's not how it works.
Or two to lighten the mood. Some people have a natural sense of humour and are always outgoing and friendly. If you can make a woman laugh, she will do half the work for you. She will unwittingly associate your laughter with the happy hormone that's released when we laugh, and which immediately relieves any stress we may feel.
Okay, I'm not so sure about this one. I don't think women basically like look for men to laugh. I'm not sure why she. I don't know. I don't know what guys she goes out with or anything, but like in my experience, I don't know. I rarely find a woman that can actually make me laugh, so I'm not sure where she's getting that.
This connection will serve as a trigger in the mind, and all of these positives will be connected to you and the atmosphere around you if you have the capacity to make someone else that happy. When we think of laughing, we think of joy, good times, smiles, and other positive things. Strong body language. Out of all the attractive qualities, confidence is the one you must possess if you really do want to be attracting some amazing women. And the majority of women can tell instantly whether you are confident just from observing your body language, including your facial expressions. Women.
I think this is natural if you're just confident. Like, if you're just confident, your body language will follow. But she's probably gonna talk about it, but as a general rule, just don't scrunch your body up. Like, do wide stances when you sit down in a chair. Open your arms. Don't slouch. This is just basics, anyways. It makes you feel better, anyways. I mean, who feels good slouching over? Your back hurts and you're just like in pain already. So just don't do that, anyways.
Women will perceive you as lacking confidence, for instance, if you fidget or act small around them and cower over like this. Therefore, adopting confident body language is the first step in attracting women. Ensure that your body.
It's not the dude. Okay, the first step. Why did she just say, wait, hold on, I gotta rewind this. Did she just say
Confident body language is the first step in attracting.
Okay, she did. She said it's the first step in attracting women. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, the first step in attracting women is get some exercise, like 30 minutes an hour exercise every day or every other day. Watch your diet, stay in shape, and clean yourself up. Get some decent. I'm not saying go buy a suit like she says, but go get yourself some decent clothes. Like, look good from a physically fit perspective. That's the first step. Okay, I don't know why she says this is the first step. It's kind of weird.
Women, ensure that your body movements are calm and in control. Increase your size. Establish eye contact. Don't be afraid to occupy the space around you and stake your claim in the vicinity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that in general. Like, having a confident body language always helps, but don't be like a brute,
And if you find that this is challenging because you feel anxious or uneasy.
So imagine, like, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but you are this big. Imagine yourself as the big, strong man, and there's a very gentle, something very gentle on the other end. So you can be big and strong, but you need to treat the woman very gently at the same time.
Just take a few slow, deep breaths and concentrate on how you feel in your body. Can you feel your feet? Can you feel your butt touching the chair? This will aid in your relaxation and help you project confidence through your body language. Be a leader. Women want to be in the presence of a leader. Women want to be able to trust the man they spend the rest of their lives with.
Okay, here's something very fascinating that I learned kind of later in life, that being a leader in a relationship as a man is important, but women are gonna kind of like they're gonna kind of like test you on this one. Okay, they're gonna try to take that leadership role from you, and they'll do this. It's a relationship dynamic. They're gonna try and do this all the time, but just be calm, be chill, and continue to be the leader. Just be sure that you know what you're doing. And again, confidence means you don't need to be right all the time. Just be confident. You don't have to be right. Just be confident.
It's beneficial to express your desires for the relationship and your objectives for it too. Show that you are a true leader by doing the following. Always keep her feelings in mind when making decisions. While your feelings are important, so are hers too. Maintaining the focus on her needs will demonstrate your willingness to make sacrifices.
I mean, kinda. Like, I think I agree with this, but I guess what I would say is the woman um watching out for you? You know what I mean? Is she watching out for your feelings? If she's just telling you how she feels and blah 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 blah, and she's never really like bringing anything to the table about your feelings, like if she's never comforting you, supporting you, or giving you ideas, that's a red flag.
Sacrifices for her. Start and participate in activities that will advance your relationship. Demonstrating a desire for your partner's happiness will strengthen your bond and her attraction to you. Finish what you start, pay attention to the details, and act dependably. Being at ease doing these things could indicate how enthusiastic you are about the relationship. You are putting forth the effort necessary to convey your desire to be there. Be responsible. While the vast majority of women have this need, not all women actually.
I'm not sure about this one. I don't think I agree with this. I mean, this is a tough one because if you're responsible, that's a great quality. Um, hmm, that's a great quality if you're going into the long-term relationship. But then it's a mixed message of what she said in the very beginning of this video, which she was talking about, the prize is going on a date. So if the prize is going on a date with her, then, having dates, if that's the prize, I would argue that being responsible never comes into the equation until you're into a long-term relationship, right? So I'm not sure how this has anything to do with attracting a woman. Again, it's a checklist for keeping a woman. Yes, I would agree with that. But attracting a woman initially, no, I don't think this has anything to do with that.
Want to get married or have children. Your attractiveness will increase if you are a guy who wants a family or who already has kids and is a good dad.
Okay, yeah. This is not about being responsible, right? This is about playing the game of like, yes, I want to get married. Yes, I want to have kids. And then, women looking for that. I mean, it's, you can say you want those things, but it has nothing to do with being responsible. Like, there's plenty of people who have kids who are not responsible. And so, I mean, I don't know if that's okay to say, but, there's plenty of people who don't get married and they say they wanted to, and then they divorce, and then they have kids, and then they have divorce, and they split the kids, and, and the guys looked responsible at the time, So, again, this responsible thing, I'm not sure it means anything.
Children are no longer as much of a deal breaker.
Let me just translate. Okay, let me just translate. What she's really saying here is, if a woman brings it up, yes, you want to have kids and a family, if it's what she wants. That's how you attract her.
As they once were. So, having children does not necessarily ruin your chances, and being a good father and provider for your children shows her that you want to have children. No matter how the relationship turns out, if you have children together, you will be there. You're not a jerk who would abandon kids without a father. Allowing her
I can't even, guys. I can't. Okay. Like, here's the thing. It's, where does this woman live? You can't abandon the kids. I mean, you can't. I don't know. Like this whole like you won't abandon. This feels like a male programming session. Like, don't like you can't abandon them. Like the government's gonna step in and be like, uh uh. So I wouldn't worry about this point too much.
To witness your interactions with your family is another way to demonstrate your commitment to your family. By demonstrating to her your commitment to being a good father, you can show her that you take your role in parenthood seriously, and you will do whatever it takes to make sure your children are taken care of.
How does she know that? I mean, again, we're going down the road of long-term commitment and training men how to be and all this crap. And I mean, it seems to have gone downhill more and more towards the end of this video, where at the beginning it seemed like, okay, this is how to attract women. Now we're in the territory of, okay, we're telling guys how they should be for us women, because it's just easier on us if you do this,
Be sensitive. Guys find it challenging to do this frequently, despite the
Wrong. Totally disagree. Can't disagree harder here. More sensitive you are, worse things get. Don't do it. Just focus on what's important, right? Like if she doesn't say it, like if she doesn't state it, then work on your communication skills, work on your articulation skills. But being sensitive, just trying to guess what she's thinking all the time, and yeah, forget that. Like you got to work out a communication technique.
fact that we like to think of ourselves as being masculine, we actually have female like emotions. They need to see and feel that you feel free to be honest with them.
No way, guys. No way. Do not do this ever. Do not ever spill your feelings to a woman. Never. That is this video. Oh my god. Okay, so the title of this video was 13 Ways to Attract. It should be like 12 or maybe even 11, because this one definitely isn't one. Do not tell women how you really feel about anything. Okay, you guard your feelings, man. Those are yours.
Them. Putting yourself out there will increase her trust. Now it demonstrates your trust in her by
You know what women trust? That you're not gonna do this. That's what women trust. Okay? They trust you're not gonna dump your emotions on them. They trust that you're gonna listen to them, be quiet, listen, and help them work through it. But you work through your own shit. Okay? That's what they trust.
revealing this dark and uncomfortable aspect of your life. When first getting to know someone, avoid doing this. A lot of the time, it may be too much too soon. When the time is appropriate, you'll notice.
There will never, ever, ever be an appropriate time for this. Let me just correct this moment. Yes.
Keep in mind that feeling vulnerable actually bears fearlessness. As you get to know someone, take things slowly and make sure to have respect for them and their boundaries.
Oh, you'll be afraid once you do this. You'll be afraid and you realize you shouldn't have done that. You'll never do it again.
Be intelligent. It demonstrates your global citizenship to be aware of worldly events. To know how to draw women, you don't need to be a political analyst or a philanthropist. You just need to demonstrate that you are sufficiently interested in.
I don't know what I don't know what she thinks this is. Like my brain, I can't be intelligent. Nah, listen. Girls don't care if you're smart. Like they care if you're a leader. They care if you're funny. They care if you're strong, if you're determined, if you have a goal in life. Yeah, they care about all that. But raw intelligence, if that was true at all, there would be a lot of guys who had girlfriends who don't right now. Because there's lots of intelligent guys that don't have girls. Okay? Lots. So this is definitely not a real thing.
Other people's cultures and ways of life. A man who is aware of his surroundings and connected to them shows that he knows he is a part of something greater than himself. It proves that you are aware that life is not all about you and your experiences. Compassion is dependent on having this quality. To become a well-educated, informed...
I think what she's doing here is she's observing that women get with men who are intelligent, but I'm going to offer that intelligence has nothing to do with why those women were attracted to those men. Like, I think she's basically making an observation here. And also, this isn't really something you can control. It's like saying be taller, you know? Like, yeah, I mean, you can your raw IQ, maybe you can like work really hard, read a lot of books, um, and learn some things. Sure, you can increase your education, but raw intelligence, that's kind of like a that's kind of like an attribute you can't really like fidget with too much, you know.
Formed man, you must work very hard with great motivation. And knowing the context of your
Now, what the fuck? She could have fixed all this if she had just put the work hard at your job. If that had been one of these rules, I mean, that would have been a great fix here. Because I would say, more than being intelligent, working hard at your job is attractive to women. Because if they see you busting your ass for your work, and yeah, they'll get a little bit like, why don't you spend more time with me? But then they'll understand this man is motivated. He wants to get promoted. He wants to make money. He cares about his future. You know, women find that shit attractive, and that comes through by working hard. So, intelligence, you throw that one out, put that in.
your life and appreciating the vastness of the world around you is an important factor in developing wisdom and understanding. Make a connection. Knowing how to connect with any girl is crucial if you want to learn how to attract any girl. That is how to form an emotional bond with her.
I don't get this. Making a connection. Okay, let me listen to this a little more because I'm not too sure.
That will make both of you feel close. Using the I perspective when speaking is one way to develop that emotional connection with a girl. Directly communicate your ideas, beliefs, and most importantly, your feelings. This can help create a bond between you and her because
Okay, this is very misleading. I would. Some guys might hear this and be like, "Oh, I need to tell her this stuff." No, no, dude. You tell her what she asked for. Okay, you keep your stuff to yourself until she asks for it. That's the safe route. Okay, like I don't know what this is. Making a connection. You can't make a connection with a woman that way. Like she decides if there's gonna be like that connection. You open the door, but she's the one that's got to walk through it, right? So she's gonna decide whether or not she wants to do that. And if she's not trying to do that with you, that's a red flag too.
she will start to see things from your perspective and in turn feel closer to you. So instead of discussing objective facts, talk about
If the woman you're with is always talking about herself and she never asks you a single thing about your past or what you think, not a good fit.
your personal experiences to make her feel more connected to you. But please avoid the boasting. High value women find it repelling when men talk too much about themselves. So strike a balance by only
That's true. We'll go with that. Yeah, don't talk about yourself a lot. That just let your actions speak for you.
divulging enough information to spark an emotional bond without coming across as self absorbed. Build tension. Without advice on how to create
I'd say, add on top of that is that confidence can be misconstrued for, um, confidence can be misconstrued as boasting sometimes. So you just gotta like play a little balancing game there.
sexual tension and direct sexual desire, no article on how to attract any girl would be complete. This is what keeps you out of the friend zone after all. Physical contact is one of the best ways to increase
Disagree. Disagree. 100%, 300%, 500% disagree. Do not, no, do not touch a girl ever as a ways of trying to get her attracted to you. Do not do this. This is horrible advice. Not only is it horrible advice to attract a woman, it's horrible advice for legal reasons. Like just do not touch a girl that you're trying to attract. It's scary as fuck these days. Do not do that. What I would do instead, just give the girl opportunities to reach out to you first. Give her the opportunity, like, sit a little close and, see if she smiles and she's willing to touch you first. But do not ever touch a girl. Like this part I just would edit out if I could, if I was the editor here.
sexual tension with women. When you first start talking to her, lightly tap her elbow with the back of your hand. You can
Nope, don't do that. Do not do that.
Gradually increase physical contact and do so in more intimate places if she's okay with it. Shoulders, back, thighs, the
No, no, no.
face. This gradual increase in physical contact is important.
All right, I think that's the end of the video. So yeah, that was my react, and you know, I just want to say, let me just adjust this a little bit here. Yeah, let me do this real quick. So yeah, I just want to say, you know, let me just fix this real quick. I just want to say thank you for watching my react. If you did, if you didn't, well, I'll never know. So, and leave any comments if you want to, you know, share your thoughts or whatever. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.